Hey, everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
How's it going? Hope you're having a good week. We are. I don't know if you can tell
The glare is rough.
the glare plus the camera trying to pick up what is more, I guess, not important, but in front of whatever is
focusing on
behind
us.
us. It's hard to see what's going on, but there's a ton of action happening out here. So much dirt, a lot of cool machines, and
It'd be cool if everyone else could see it, Andy.
a huge shovel thing with a black swan on it. Looks more like what Greg, you said. It looks like a dragon.
It's like a dragon.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome. If you're just in the area, you just come drive by and see what's happening.
It's very loud.
Yes, but it is cold.
Yes.
Burr
It's
So cold.
chilly.
and chilly.
It's not cold.
It's cold.
Wait a month, man.
Wait a month. Well,
It's good flannel.
yeah, and I got
good
this. I got this new one that
weather.
has line.
Sherpa line?
Sherpa line. It's pretty awesome.
How
That's the
many-
only thing I really
How
like
many
about
polar bears had to die for that, Andy?
polar bears.
What else looks like that? I don't know. Sheep?
Sheep.
Yeah,
Okay.
probably
The same
sheep.
thing that made the outside, the same thing that made yours. And they don't
it's
die.
polar- sheep
they
don't
just,
live in the
They
great-
just shave them.
They don't live in the great white north.
What does that have to do with my
It's like keeps
Sherpa
you
line
warm.
flannel?
Polar bears. They know how
Oh
to
my
keep
goodness.
warm.
Anyway, hope you're doing well. Glad you're here with us. We have a special guest here with us. I put on the post that it's a spooky guest, but she's not really spooky.
No.
No,
Not
she's
at all.
delightful, taking the attention away from us two, which is way better, I'm sure. But we have Courtney Allard, and she's here just to hang out, talk about a few different things. You're a teacher, right? How long you been teaching? Now
This is my second full year
It's a Thursday afternoon. Why are you here?
because I have the day off
for
Called in to sub, huh?
for MEA break. I had to explain to my kids why they actually get these 2 days off because they're like, oh, do we just get a break? And I'm like, well, you see, these 2 days are for teachers to go and
Hang out
hang
somewhere
out, get some professional development. But
Oh.
I'm like, no teachers ever do that.
This counts
They
for
just
professional
want a
development,
break.
Andy.
They just
This is
want
we
a
are
break.
professionally
Development.
developing you right now.
Yeah.
Yes.
What does MEA stand for?
No,
said
it's
that.
Minnesota
Educators
Education
Association.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
The guy from California.
No.
Yeah, how do you not know that?
Well, his wife's an educator,
That is
so
Same reason why you didn't know you killed a polar bear, so you can have a warm day.
I
in
didn't
this
personally
chilly-
kill a polar bear. I'm sure the person who actually knit this
You
together
should know
did
where your
not.
clothes come from.
Really? Really?
Yeah,
Okay.
like mine. This
Where did-
came from Target.
ooh.
They're from
What
Minnesota.
Target
That's right.
employee had to sacrifice their life for
Right,
that?
Paul.
Okay, Paul.
Yeah.
Paul. All right.
R.I.P.
Um,
Paul Jonason.
so you're just kind of hanging out this weekend, trying to rest up, because so you've been a teacher now how long?
So 2 full years,
Two
but I subbed a year or two. So
And you subbed like pre-pandemic.
yes.
Yeah. So you had a little bit of a taste of what the teaching environment was like before COVID and all this stuff. And now you're a full-time teacher in the middle of this readjustment in education and trying to figure out what does it look like in the COVID. What's your experience like?
It's definitely a challenge. This year has gotten better because if you have a kid test positive in your class, your whole entire class doesn't have to go distance learning, especially in my district. You just have to wait and see if you have symptoms, no close contacts, nothing. So I had a kid test positive a couple weeks ago. My whole class stayed. I stayed, and it didn't spread to any of us. So it's very interesting. But
So there's no virtual learning right now in your school?
at the beginning of the year, the parents could choose if they wanted their kids to learn online. But like last year, if I had any quarantined kids, I'd be sending stuff home. Or like my mom's district, they had to like actually like have a camera on them all day if the kids were at home, so then they could watch their teacher from home, but none of that this year. So it definitely has changed.
So you're actually, your mom and your dad were all educators.
My dad has an education degree, but he's never used
Oh,
it.
okay.
I didn't know your dad was a teacher.
Yes,
Okay.
he has his degree, but he's never used it. Instead, he goes into, now he's in IT.
Fun
He'd
fact,
be a really good teacher too.
I also have an
think.
education degree. Well, liberal arts.
Do you?
Undergrad, yeah.
So you could teach.
I was going to do middle school social studies. That's what I wanted to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. That's funny. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny. I could
Learn
also
something
do
new.
middle school language arts, but middle school is not for me.
That's probably what I would have gone into if I didn't go into ministry. It was
Sorry.
a teacher.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's a
Yeah.
lot of work, but
I
it's
just
fun.
was thinking of like middle school language just became funny to me. Like
Oh,
you
when
said I
I
would
said
teach
middle school language arts.
Like, so you just like teach emojis all day? Yes, yes. I mean, and he spit up his Mountain Dew. Yes. And he just spit Mountain Dew out his
can't-
nose.
You gonna watch that replay?
Yes,
Yeah, we could
absolutely.
see.
Oh my
It
goodness.
comes through.
Here it comes. We have a delay on Facebook, so we could see it. We could see it after the fact. Wait. Okay.
They're watching it on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Darn it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
That was
where-
awesome. So
where-
emojis.
Where were we?
Wait. Here it
No,
goes.
I don't want to watch it.
Here it goes.
They're watching.
So excited.
Oh my goodness. Then you're gonna watch.
This is a long delay.
Then you're gonna watch. Did you see liquid come out of my face?
You just got out of
Oh,
screen where
okay,
you could.
good. Oh, thank
You could see it happening. Like,
Man, how
Yeah.
embarrassing is that?
oh, that was unbelievable. Yes.
See, you're probably now thinking you want to be like me, not drinking the Mountain Dew, because
No.
now you have like a whole different experience with it.
No, hashtag never scared to drink Mountain Dew. I don't care if it blows, if it comes out my nose.
Burn? Did they come out your nose at all?
No, it didn't come out
Okay.
my nose.
You spit it out before it got there.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Good move. It's a good move. One time I spit Coke in Jordan's face on accident. It was like
Okay,
before
you
we
need
were
to
married.
explain.
Yeah.
Nice. You have to tell the
We were
story.
married.
Yeah.
I mean, we may have been engaged at that point. I mean, it wasn't like it was like a first date or anything, but have you ever had that happen when you like take a sip of something, it just hits the back of your throat right and it just, yeah. Yeah, that's what happened. We were at a farmer's market and I got a Coke and I took one sip and right in her face.
Oh,
It was
gross.
Great.
That's
awesome.
gross. And she still married you.
Yep. Yeah, unbelievably.
My computer's a little wet too.
Nah, you got it off this side of it. That's just sweat. That's probably just sweat
Sweat.
from working hard.
What's your hope for the future in education and teaching right now? That makes it sound like it's really depressing. It's not. It's really good actually. But
No, I love being a teacher. I love this year being with fourth grade. They're so witty. I was talking to Greg the other day. We went to the book fair as a class, and the librarian was talking about how you can't just look at the back of the book and say, oh, it's $4.99, so this book's going to cost $4.99. Like, you need to remember that there's tax. So a kid raised his hand and goes, can I bring in thumbtacks to cover that?
The kid has a bright
So, like,
future.
yeah.
is his name Greg Tyser?
No,
No, no,
that would
yeah.
be Evan.
He's just fourth graders say such witty things, and being sick with a sinus infection, teaching, I wouldn't recommend it. But I would like have a coughing attack, and I'd just be dramatic because why not? And I'd be like, oh, I'm dying. And I would go get a cough drop, and then the kids would be like, no, you need to go get a lifesaver because you're dying. So it's like, yeah. So it's super fun. Like, they keep you on your toes, and I just hope like that the kids won't have to worry about this and having to get sick and stay home for long periods of time, because they all knew, for example, that someone tested positive in my class. So then they're all kind of on pins and needles, like, ooh, am I gonna get sick? Like, and so I just don't want that worry for any kid, any teacher. So that's my hope in education, is that we will get to that where we can attend school like we used to. But again, there were many good things with the pandemic. Like, lots of teachers are integrating technology like they never did before, and kids are a lot more technological savvy with what they do, and so it does make education better because they're learning those skills. But yeah.
So I don't have kids, obviously. So I didn't see, maybe Greg, you can talk about this, but last year during the pandemic, the middle of it, where kids were sometimes at school, sometimes not, doing distance learning, virtual, all this kind of stuff. I mean, I have a lot of friends that have kids, and I have a lot of friends that are teachers, and just talking about just the big mess that it was. And for those that were at home, the kids were supposed to log on at a certain point. And, like even my niece, she did it pretty faithfully. She was one of the few that I heard that would actually do it on a regular basis and do it when she was supposed to. But there's so many stories that I heard of kids that were barely checking in. Their grades were sort of plummeting. Right now, do you see sort of a adverse effect of all of last year's stuff, an impact on the kids where they're at today, and how much it's impacted them this year? And do you think it's that what happened last year is gonna just continue on, or do you think they're gonna recover from all that?
There's definitely learning gaps, totally. Like, you're coming to the point where, for example, fourth grade example, because that's what is applicable for me, is third grade. They teach you all, they want you to really start doing your multiplication facts and really memorizing those, because now we're at the end of October, November. I'm starting to teach thousands multiplication, and the kids don't even know what, like right now I have a lot of kids stuck on their threes. They don't even know what 3 times 7 is. They need to look it up on their chart.
I learned my sevens only because of football. Like, that's 21. That's 3
That's funny.
touchdowns, extra point, count the
Yeah.
extra point.
So that's just an example of where it's just like they need to learn those skills as they're learning the things that we need to teach, even though there's such like a learning gap too. So we're having to go back and reteach stuff
That they would have learned last year. They should have learned.
Well, they should have learned last year. They should have learned the year before. I saw this going around on Facebook a couple of weeks ago, and I bet a lot of you guys saw it. Not sure if you guys did, but it compared like what grade the kids are in now. So like fourth grade, if you think about it, third grade last year, the now fourth graders, third grade last year, they didn't have a normal year. Second grade the year before, they didn't have a normal year. So then first grade was when they had a normal year of school.
Yeah.
And it's even going to be a bigger gap, because I don't even think I would call this year a normal year. So like next year, think about fifth graders, their last normal year of school was first grade.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy to think about.
So having said that, I would think that this affects that age group, elementary age, more so than, middle school and high school.
I think it affects them all, because you even think about like even parents. You think about, you tell your kids like, oh, you know better than that. You know how to act in that situation. But it's like these kids, they haven't gotten those social interactions within the classroom from what they're used to. So they're not learning those behaviors and how to act. Because I even catch myself saying like, oh, you guys are fourth graders. You guys know how to act. But it's like, in reality, they haven't had that classroom environment to learn how to interact and stuff for a whole year since first grade. So it's really crazy to think about.
That's wild. Greg, were you going to say something?
No, I just think I think last year was tough, but the year that before that, like the second half of the year was kind of just a wash, like a wasted year to me, because
Right, from March on.
yeah, for the first like 3 weeks
nobody knew what
of
to
the
do.
quarantine, it was like, okay, basically they were off for 3 weeks. They basically had 3-week vacation, like nothing, while teachers, schools figured out, what the plan was going to be going forward, and how to integrate, doing everything online, and there's a huge learning curve, right? So, and by the end of that school year, you're approaching the end of the year, so a lot of kids are like already kind of checking out. It's like, wait, I've had free time. Our kids were outside a lot. It was a pretty mild end of the winter and spring that year. So
It snowed on Easter that year, though.
it snowed on Easter. We had some late snow, but it wasn't like extremely cold. It was where kids could go out and play, and that was kind of a waste of year. And then last year was tough because it was a lot of back and forth. Last year, if there was a positive in the class, the whole class would quarantine. And, if a parent, like in our case, when Jordan had it, our kids were all quarantined. And then they went all online for a month or so, month and a half, I guess. And then back. And then it was just,
And there is no
strange.
standard, like across the state or country. It's like every district is different, right?
Now,
Every
Every school?
district's different, yeah.
Or district.
Yeah, districts could do their
Yep.
own.
Yeah.
Yeah, last year it was more the state Department of Education, and then this year it's up to each district. So
Well, and even like my district, we did not, like we were just told, like I was talking about, where if a kid tests positive, you don't do anything in your classroom, like you don't go distance learning unless someone's showing symptoms, then they need to quarantine. But then now they're kind of making up rules as they go. And so now it's like 3 or 4 positive cases in your class, then they send you distance learning. So now it takes a lot of cases in your classroom in order to go distance learning. So
I think it's kind of making up rules as you go isn't always a bad thing. Like, because I think part of the
Isn't that what the CDC and
it
all that
isn't
stuff did?
always a bad thing. Well, I
Yeah.
guess in terms of adjustments, like if there's a huge case load or a huge like outbreak in a community or an area, then you make an adjustment for what you're doing. And if there's like relatively nothing going on in your area, you make an adjustment. And, I mean, that's what I mean by that. It's hard to have all the rules set out and all the scenarios in place beforehand. You just don't. There's so much
Definitely.
mystery, and so I don't envy teachers at these couple of years.
And we have a lot of teachers here at Northridge.
Yeah.
And so if you know one, if you're friends or you orbit or in a small group or whatever, just make sure you're praying for them, taking extra special care. Just, buy them a gift card or, whatever. Ask them how you can help or whatever it is, how you can support them, because they mean a lot to us. They mean a lot to the kids, and they're doing some incredible things right now. So
yes, and don't ask them to do anything on their break extra, because I
Like, come
know
on a
of a
podcast.
lot of teachers. I know a lot of teachers that have been counting down the days to these 2 days.
Yeah.
So
forget the workshops.
yes,
Yeah.
we just need to sleep in.
Like you might know that in addition to being a full-time teacher, Courtney also is part-time here at Northridge with our kids ministry.
Yes.
Yeah. Anything, any updates, any cool stories, any fun things happening in kids ministry here at Northridge that you want to just quick share?
Well, we've been having so much fun on Sundays going through the book of Matthew, as well as the rest of the church. And the kids have been coming up with some great ideas because they are trying to finish this sentence, Jesus is better than anything else, because And so then they've been coming up with great ideas like he died for us. And like this week, we're talking about how Jesus is like our powerful authority and what like authority figures mean. So I can't wait to talk about that. And then Kids Quest has been starting up, which is awesome. And we took a break this past week, but our first 2 weeks, we had about 60 kids both weeks, which is awesome. And kids will continue to bring friends and continue to do that. We had about those numbers pre-COVID, so that's awesome. So yeah, the kids are really enjoying having Kids Quest back. And then a week from Sunday, we are going to do our trunk or treat event again, which is super exciting to bring the community together into the parking lot. Last year, we didn't do it because of COVID and with trunk or treat being on a Saturday, yes. Halloween was on a Saturday, and we didn't want to interfere with services. So it's great that this year worked out, so then we were able to bring that back. We are still looking for trunks, and I put some ideas up on Facebook if you guys need any ideas, but we are still looking for trunks, and we want to try to fill our north parking lot. It's super, super fun. Lots of kids coming. North, south, east, west.
I just needed one of them.
I saw those ideas, some super creative, fun ideas, but also don't be intimidated by those.
Yes, totally.
Like we've had some fun ones here in years past,
Yeah.
but candy is what the kids care about.
And I don't even care. Like, I'll supply your candy too, because
Yeah?
we have a lot of people who have other commitments that are bringing in candy for us for trunk or treat. So, and we have some leftover stuff from the block party. But yeah, it's a super fun event. Come on out.
You're going to get pork chops away for...
Oh,
Get some frozen pork chops.
You get the adults
No.
going around to the
we have
trunks.
corn dogs left. Kids walking around with corn dogs. So October 31st, 5:30. We also need some help kind of monitoring the building, because with our construction happening, we're going to have people park in the south parking lot and walk through the building. So we need some help monitoring the building and, some building hosts. And then save the date for... Does someone have a calendar? I don't. It's December. It's the first Saturday in December.
That would
4th
be
or
the
5th?
4th.
Sounds
Fourth,
like someone didn't
I wanted-
save the date.
December 4th, save the date for our manger project, which is going to be a special family event for you guys to come and build a manger as a family. So then that is a great reminder to put by your Christmas tree, so then you can remember the true meaning of Christmas when staring at your Christmas tree and during all your other Christmas festivities. So save the date for that. You'll find out more information on that hopefully soon. So
Cool.
stuff.
Sounds like a lot of stuff
lots
going
of stuff.
I love the fact that Kids Quest is back.
Oh, it's
And
so fun.
Coming down here during Wednesday night, didn't have it last night, but the couple weeks before that, seeing all the kids, the energy, the activity. And it almost seems like you said, it was about as many, it almost seems more than what before we discontinued it for a while. Seems like there's more kids.
No, it's awesome.
We did have a couple kids show up last night.
Oh, did you? I was going to ask
Yeah.
you guys. Oh,
Well, and one of them
whoops.
was a friend of mine. They frequent Northridge, here and there. But their daughter has been coming to Kids Quest the last couple of years because they're really good friends with another family here. But I just invited them to stay for youth group because I'm like, I'm going to go up and lead worship here in a moment. And
Yeah.
you should stay. And so they stayed.
Whoops.
Yeah. No, that's all right. They didn't know. you
Yeah.
know. And the family that they were friends with, they were down in Florida, so they didn't, anyway.
Yeah. We figured with the whole week off for Elk River, we were like, not sure what attendance would be, how that would be affected.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Plus some stuff happening
Hello.
in building construction and stuff like that.
Lexi. Anyway, anything else you want to mention or plug? How are we doing on Sunday mornings with teachers?
Sunday mornings with teachers, I think we're pretty much set. If there's anyone who wants to just be on our sub list, we are especially looking for men to be on our sub list for our elementary boys. That would be very helpful. And then Wednesday nights, we could use a couple more leaders just with the amount of kids that we start now that we see we have added on some more small groups. So anyone who would like to come have fun on Wednesdays with a small group of kids, super fun.
Yeah.
How do they get connected with that? How do they, if there's somebody out there, what do you do?
You could email kids@nrf.life or call the church office as well.
Okay.
So, yeah. And Greg's been starting to help out, and
Yep.
he's seeing it's probably, he probably didn't know what he signed up for entirely with the 4th and 5th grade boys, but
I have one.
yeah.
And
But when you get a couple of them
Yeah.
together,
They're fun. Yeah,
yeah.
they're fun. They keep it interesting.
Yeah.
last question. When it comes to Halloween candy, specifically stuff that people would give out at the door, not just candy in general, not like a Toblerone bar.
What did you just
Oh,
say?
Toblerone?
Yeah,
Okay.
fancy.
It
Yeah.
just sounded
I know. It's a
mumbled.
mouthful.
It's a world travel.
Toblerone. It's like I had one in my mouth. Stuff that people would buy
didn't
and
spit
put
it
in a big
out
bowl and
everywhere.
give away to kids if they come to the door to trick or treat. What is your favorite Halloween
That's so
piece of candy?
hard.
One.
That's so hard.
Only one.
Well, first off, I want to say when I was a kid, I loved the ones where you'd walk up and they'd be handing out full-size candy
Yes.
bars. I'd be like, jackpot!
That'd be like in the bougie,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
like suburbs of Edina.
I know.
Right.
I know.
Eden
You'd be like,
Prairie.
oh, that person's rich. Oh, that person's rich. I would probably say Kit Kats.
Kit Kat.
Kit
a good
Kats
one.
or Twix, even though you told me I could only
Just
pick one.
Kit
Kit
Kat or
Kat.
Twix?
Kit Kat.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
I like both of those.
Yeah, but it's any kind of chocolate
Yep.
is good for me. So
I like whatever I find in my kid's bag. Yeah.
yeah, you say, oh, can't have any tonight, then you take first dibs.
Mm-hmm. Got to make sure there aren't any razor blades in the, or whatever our parents used to say. And then half your candy disappears. Yep.
Yeah, make sure all
Yeah,
the
there's no
candy is
poison
sealed.
No poison needles sticking out of everything.
That's awesome.
Awesome. Well, thanks for being here. You spent a
Yes.
lot more time than I think you originally committed to.
Yes, now
About
I need
half
to
an
go
hour.
get to work.
Go get to work, do some stuff, and real grateful. I can take that for you. Thanks for stopping by.
Thanks, Courtney.
Greg,
Yep.
we should do a poll, I think. Favorite Halloween candy we can put up on Facebook.
Yeah, can do that.
Why don't you want to create one right
Sure.
now? And we'll give
On the
we'll
Nor-
give something
on the
away.
Life page.
Yep, on
or
the
just on
NRF
Facebook?
Life page
Let's do it.
for probably mostly adults who haven't trick or treated in years, but you have kids. So like when you enjoyed it, would you make your kids hand in all their candy to you before they go to bed that night?
Well, yeah, we don't let them just take their bag of candy with
Up
them
into
to
their
bed. So our
But-
kids, our kids, their Halloween candy will last like till Valentine's Day. And then
Okay,
Valentine's
that's
Day
is
when they
that,
eat
that's
candy,
probably
that lasts
fairly
like,
unusual though, right?
right, yeah, because they each have their own little box or container. We put it on top of the fridge, and like they only get like one or something in
Okay,
the evening.
so it's
after
not a
they eat
free
all their dinner.
Not a free
It's
for all.
No, it's not
Okay.
free for all. No.
Do you think that's
They'll have maybe a couple. Maybe we'll throw one in their lunch or something. But yeah,
What percentage of this is probably I'm not calling anybody specifically. What percentage of families do you think is just free for all? They let them do whatever they want with it.
Well, let me tell you about this one fact. No, I don't know, because I feel like growing up, mine was accessible at all times. I don't remember
Same
my
here.
mom like. If she caught me going back to if we were like continually going back to it, she'd probably say something. But
Yeah.
I don't.
It was just a pillowcase full of
Yeah,
candy
yeah.
in my bedroom.
Yep. Yeah, but you know what? You eat most of the good stuff in the first couple of days, day or two anyway, and the
Right.
rest is like, I don't really want that, and just sits there. So I don't know.
Do you and Jordan go through and pick out stuff that you guys like?
Yeah, I mean, we help ourselves, but our kids they're wise to it too
They
because
do?
they
They
know
can tell.
like, I had 4 Twix in there, or they know if there's something special to them. They
Did
know
you
how
when
many
you
they
when
have.
you were growing up? Did you like lay it all out and organize
Yeah.
and all that
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
stuff? Yeah.
I didn't. I wasn't an organizer, but like you lay it all out, kind of get a good view of what you have, and
Yeah.
yeah.
And did you
On
trade
the
with your
bed.
siblings?
Yeah, probably. I don't remember specifically doing that, but yeah, I'm sure we did.
Yeah. So we're gonna put a poll up on Facebook Life Northridge Life Group, and we'll probably put like 5. So Greg and I will deliberate
Let's
on
see.
5 candy that we think should be on the top, and then if there's something that you like, you can write in your own and see if you can get some votes, and then the winning candy out of that group, we will do another drawing for another gift card, just for fun. So Greg's going to post that. Let's talk about the top 5.
Let's say
It's probably fairly easy. Kit Kat, Twix,
Reese's,
Reese's.
like Reese's peanut butter cups.
Right, yeah, I know that.
You know what those are?
I do.
Kit Kat,
Crunch? No.
Nestle.
Or just Snickers?
Oh, Skittles or Starburst. Yeah. See, there's a lot. Because you got Snickers, you got Milky Way, you got Three Musketeers, you got some of the variety bags now, because you get like all those things in them, like all the chocolate or whatever.
Sure.
M&Ms, like, oh man, that's hard. You
yeah.
get so much stuff.
Do they make dark chocolate peanut M&Ms in the little?
I've
fun
not seen them
size?
in the small ones.
Oh, those are good. Yeah.
Those are good. Peanut butter M&Ms are still, I think,
They're
my-
still better
my
than
fave.
regular M&Ms. Yeah.
Yeah, I love. So I got Kit Kat and Twix, and then we got
Reese's.
okay, Reese's. Kind of add option.
Isn't that a Mitch Hedberg joke? Reese's.
Is it
I think so.
M&Ms? Kit Kat, Twix, Reese's, M&Ms, Skittles, Starburst. What else?
That's probably, is that 5?
Yeah.
That's probably good. Just a list to get going. And we'll do this till next Thursday when we do. Actually, I won't be here next Thursday.
Oh man.
I'll be taking a week off. Now, if you want, you can stay tuned. He might
Stay tuned.
do a podcast with
All
somebody
right.
like Brax or something.
Yeah.
All
I'll add
right.
Starbursts.
Starburst.
Is Starburst plural? Starbursts. On the package, does it say Starburst or Starburst?
I'm trying to picture it in my head.
I know. I can't.
I'm going to say no. What are you going to say?
You can say yes because I already typed it.
And
But-
you already hit submit?
And it said there's more than one candy in there, so I don't. This is like one of those things that you never knew. Like,
On the package, it is just singular.
is it?
It is.
Okay, Starburst it is.
I was correct.
Who has one Starburst? Oops.
I usually do.
One. You eat one Starburst.
Right.
I don't believe you. Because even in the mini packs, it comes with 2. You will open one in Starburst, eat one Starburst, and walk away.
Yeah, and it's usually like the
No
pink
way.
one.
Pink or red?
I like the
are
pink one.
best.
Pink one, yeah.
Pink are the best.
You know
Nice
what
strawberry?
candy that I don't think they put in like the fun size, like to give away it. I love runts.
Ronts are
Like I'm a hard
so
candy.
good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And everybody seems to hate bananas. I love the
No,
bananas.
I love the banana ones. I used to pick
stay
those
away
out
from
first
me then. 'Cause
because I'm allergic to real bananas. So I can only have runt bananas.
You're allergic to real bananas?
Yes.
Like actually, I knew that.
I can only
I
have
remember
runt
that.
bananas. If they had avocado, I would take those next. 'Cause
I
I'm
don't think that would
also
be very
allergic to
good.
avocado. Runt
They
bananas.
should have the runt version is vegetables.
They're like the the number one not sold candy. Vegetable
avocado,
flavored even.
Yeah, lettuce.
Oh man, red cabbage and Brussels sprouts.
What's that hard red vegetable?
Radish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you say that?
A radish?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh. It's gross.
I like all those things. I would eat all
Do
those
they
vegetables.
have remember those jelly beans that have all those crazy flavors?
Jelly bellies?
Yeah. Do they have like vegetable flavors for those? Because I know they got
Good
crazy.
question.
They got like
I don't.
buttered popcorn.
Yeah.
And
They might.
smelly socks or whatever. Oh, that was
Well,
that
that's
game.
the game.
The game. Okay.
Bean Boozled. We should do that on here.
Bean-
We should do Bean Boozled.
Only if we
My
have a
kids
guest
love
to do
that
it.
game.
Yeah.
It's like they will play that game. My kids won't eat regular like meat. Like they won't eat a hamburger. The boys won't eat hamburger. Riley loves hamburgers now, but I made like some little steak
you
strips
failed
the other
as a
night.
parent that
No,
they
I've
don't like
tried.
red-
I've tried, and yeah, I failed. Okay, I failed miserably. I'm a terrible parent. But they will do Bean Boozled. I'm like, you will eat a jelly bean that potentially tastes like grass clippings or vomit. There's a vomit one or dog poop.
That's disgusting.
Yes,
I
these
don't
are
want to do
ones
that
on that game that you might get.
I don't want to do that on the
I don't
show.
either. I'm like, I'm not playing that game. Why would I? That's not a game.
We can
Why
do
would
it
I
with
play
a
that?
guest.
Yet they won't try.
They won't try a steak.
No, mashed potatoes. They want-
Steak and mashed potatoes?
Nope.
That's like my weekly
Yeah.
diet.
Yeah. What was it? The other day I made
Do you like kale?
I made something for dinner, or maybe I was making them lunch on a Saturday, and I put their plate on the table, and it was something normal. Like, I mean, man, what was it? I think I made Evan a sandwich, which was just bread and provolone cheese, and then
Just bread and cheese.
yes, that's it. And then I think there were strawberries, and
On the sandwich?
oh, it was dinner. It was dinner. There was, and I think it wasn't a sandwich. I forgot, but it was something that he's eaten in the past. And then there were strawberries and there's broccoli. And he comes walking up to the table. He goes, "What is this? Try to make Evan throw up dinner?" Like, you're such a grump, man. Just eat. And it's all things that he's eaten too. He's just saying he was in kind of a bad mood. We've all been there.
So you got a poll?
We got a poll.
It's up there?
It's
All
up.
right. Next Thursday, no matter who's on the podcast, they'll do a drawing. Yes, you got
Oh,
it.
we already have a vote for Reese's. Sarah Cook.
All right. Thanks, Sarah.
That's a hard one. I think I would probably have to go Reese's on this list anyway. Or Twix. Man, that's hard. Twix are good. I like Twix.
Twix are good.
It's the only one with the cookie crunch.
Yeah.
The Seinfeld episode.
I would know.
You should.
What is that?
It's on Netflix now, Andy. You should watch it. Binge
What is
Seinfeld. The greatest sitcom of all time.
You know, people say the Beatles are the greatest band, but just because they were
You're
one of
gonna
the
upset
first
some
doesn't
people.
mean that they are. I know Hans and I were getting in a fun verbal kung fu about the Beatles.
I'm on your side on that one.
Ooh. Although "Come Together" is a pretty awesome song.
No, they have
With
some
the
good
bass line.
songs.
Boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They
that's
have some
pretty
good
sweet.
songs. Obviously, some iconic songs. Obviously, lots of songs that everybody knows.
Did you ever see the movie Yesterday,
No.
where
Jordan saw it.
yeah, this guy is a musician, and I don't know, something happened. He woke up, and the whole world didn't know who the Beatles were.
Yeah.
It's like it just was removed from their
dream.
memory. So he posed as this new songwriter, and he was just using Beatles music, and he got like super uber famous because nobody knew who they were. And the songs that they chose for that movie were actually the good Beatles songs. But yeah,
Well, I guess it's like anything, but there's people that will, like, just what you refer to as the good Beatles songs. They're like, oh, those were some of their worst. You got to listen to blah 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 and the B side of blah 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 blah. Yeah. those kind of people.
If you think my take on the Beatles is wrong, then
I do not disagree.
no, I'm saying anybody who might be listening.
I'll go
tell
another
me.
step further. I also don't like Elvis.
I think he's overrated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Beatles and Elvis, get out of here.
Yeah. I
Don't.
think maybe like handful of songs, Elvis songs that are iconic.
A little less talking, a little more action.
Little
Is
more
that
action,
how it goes? Yeah,
yeah.
I like that only because was it in Ocean's 11?
Yep.
Yeah, but it was kind of. I was like, wow, that's one Elvis song I hadn't heard in a long time.
I like his
It's not
older.
bad.
I mean, yeah. I don't know. Hound Dog. He probably didn't even write a lot of his own music,
I don't know.
whereas the
Yeah.
Beatles did. I mean,
Forrest Gump taught him how to dance. I mean, right? A kid. Was that movie true?
Forrest Gump. I think so.
Never mind.
You've seen the previews for the new Tom Hanks movie?
Yep.
Yeah. Is it a movie show? It's on Apple TV, right?
Yeah, we saw the tail end of it. I don't know if it's a show or a movie.
Where it's like some
I just saw part of it.
apocalyptic, post-apocalyptic
Yeah, it
movie.
looks like
It's got
a
robot.
live-action Wall-E.
Yeah.
Which I think that is my
We had a
favorite
live-action
Pixar.
Wall-E out here the other
My
day.
favorite Pixar movie of all time, Wall-E.
Wall-E.
Hot take. A lot of people don't like that movie.
Why?
I don't know. People
Because
are
they can't
idiots,
hand
Andy.
the dialogue-less
People are
half-hour
idiots,
beginning.
Andy. That's what I say. Yeah, I don't know.
What did you say?
People are idiots.
Say it louder.
Andy.
Into the camera.
I didn't say which people. No, that's a line from Parks and Rec.
Oh.
I recently watched.
Greater
looked through
sign, Seinfeld.
I would say it.
The
built
fact that you had even
off.
paused to answer that question.
I'm trying. No, I'm trying to figure out how to frame this politely.
Oh, okay.
I would say it built off the foundation.
What built off?
Seinfeld,
It's sort of like all rock music today is built off the foundation of the Beatles.
That's what a lot of people say.
I
That's
know,
why
that's
they
their
cite
argument.
But there are other bands playing rock music at that time,
Yeah.
right?
There were,
A lot of people argue that the Beatles,
But nobody
may have
who wrote
stolen a lot of stuff.
Yellow
So,
Submarine.
Yeah. No one had held a guitar and simultaneously done acid before before then. Maybe
That is
I don't
true.
know.
They're
Maybe.
groundbreaking.
Yeah. But also, I would say Parks and Rec is more like The Office than Seinfeld. They're
Yeah,
different things.
yeah. Because
Well,
they
of
did
course,
those
same writers, right?
They did
Same
those
people.
interviews on
The
like,
mockumentary
yep.
type style, which is more like Spinal Tap, which. was
Plus,
the
I
first.
think Park and Rec had one of the greatest characters in the more modern sitcoms. I don't know if you call it a sitcom,
Yeah.
TV show. Ron Swanson
Ron Swanson
is a genius.
is,
Genius.
and Andy Dwyer.
Yep.
He's such a goofball.
Can you believe that? Like, I don't know what Chris Pratt's first thing was. That his real first thing?
I think it was like his breakout thing. It might,
Yeah,
maybe
definitely
he
was
had
his
something
breakout
before.
thing. But could you imagine
Yeah.
that guy going to become one of the top 6
Mhm.
sci-fi
stars.
comic book heroes?
Yeah, one of the biggest movie stars on
Yeah.
the planet now. Like, and in the first, maybe it was the
Tomorrow
first whole
War was
season.
terrible though.
I didn't see that. You told me it was bad. I
And then
didn't-
he also is doing a Super Mario Brothers movie.
Really?
I know. Chris, you're becoming the new Brandon Fraser. Or
Oh,
Brandon,
I can't-
Fraser.
Brendan
Fraser.
I can't stand that guy.
Yeah.
he's so annoying.
Well, I think
His
the
movies are
roles
bad.
he takes
Yeah,
are
he
annoying.
takes-
But
his movies are bad.
he himself, I think, is a good actor. He just has the worst agent.
If he was a good actor, he would make bad movies more
I
tolerable.
don't think so.
Chris
because
Pratt in the
because Tom
first.
Cruise did another Mummy movie, and he's a good
Yeah?
actor, and the movie was terrible.
Really?
I think the Brendan Fraser Mummy
the
movies
first
were
one
better.
wasn't bad. I actually
Right.
saw that movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Pratt. So Parks and Rec, I think, started as like a summer series where they launch new shows in the summer sometimes, and it's like only 6 episodes, and then it might get picked up for another like full fall season. At least the way shows used to work. In the first several episodes, when they do the opening credits, he's at the end,
Parks and Rec.
and he's not even starring. Yeah, in Parks and Rec, it says like, and Chris Pratt or with or something like that. It was like he's such a like last
It was
kinda
sort of
throw
like
in character.
Rogan as the janitor on the radio show.
News radio. Yeah.
Because he was kind of come in once or
Yeah.
twice, do a little funny
Yeah.
thing, and then walk out.
Yeah, but now Pratt's like, and you could see toward the end because I like again I just watched like I think I only have like 2 left or something. Watched through all of them once I got the Peacock network. By the way, if you have Xfinity Internet, this is how I found out.
Not a sponsor.
Not sponsoring. I just happen to be a customer because it's the best internet that I could get. Xfinity Internet, you get access to the Peacock app. So, and there's all kinds of like, obviously NBC and all kinds of shows and movies and stuff on there. But so
Live sports.
yeah, Sunday Night Football is on there, streamed through there.
Most of the normal games that they show on TV on Sunday afternoon. CBS.
Well, that's CBS is different. CBS is the Paramount Plus app. Paramount owns CBS. Peacock app is NBC. It's all NBC
Oh, okay.
stuff. So, but anyway, the ending of like as that show comes to the end, you could see his career take off through that show because later seasons, like there's episodes where he's not even there, so he's clearly out filming movies or doing something else.
Doing Guardians of the Galaxy.
He dropped like a bunch of weight, and they made a joke about it in one of the episode. It was might have been the 6th season or something, the first episode, where Rob Lowe's character says something about him losing weight. He's like, yeah, I just quit drinking beer and I lost 50 pounds in a month or something like that.
Literally?
Well, Chris Pratt's Dwyer says that. But it's kind of funny
I was
because
saying,
you literally look great. You could just see the kind of arc of his career through that show. It was fun, interesting. But yeah, Ron Swanson for sure, iconic TV character.
yeah. Man, we was just talking about random stuff today.
Yeah,
That's okay.
That's what I
And
do best.
let's finish up here with some Northridge news. Greg's got a bounce at a little bit before 3. And the most important thing, trunk or treat. Get on those decorating vehicle.
Yeah.
Talk to Courtney. Let her know that you're in. Other stuff that's happening here. We launched our Operation Christmas Child
Who was it?
stuff. I don't know, this last weekend.
Boxes behind you. I don't know if you
Yep.
can see them.
And you can come in, and at the entrances to the building, there are these boxes. They just come flat. You got to put them together yourself. It's not that hard. If you can plug in a TV to the wall, you can fold this box up and make it work. But they're at the entrances of the building. You can come on the weekends. Somebody came yesterday during the day. Doesn't matter. That'll go through all the way till November, the 16th?
Something like that, yeah.
November 13th, 14th? I don't know. You could probably
Just bring 'em in in
do
the
it all
next
the way
couple
through
of
the end of
weeks.
November.
Next couple of weeks, bring them in.
But we'll have a special moment in the service where we dedicate these boxes, pray for them together, and then that'll be kind of the official send out. But yeah, I'm always amazed at how many people participate and how that equates to how many boxes get out just from Northridge.
Yeah,
I mean, 800 some.
yeah,
It's bonkers.
sweet.
Just Northridge people, 800 some.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
If
So,
you want to
I don't-
know about Operation Christmas Child and what it means to around here, go to our YouTube page. If you weren't at service this past weekend, go watch 9 o'clock service.
9
from this
o'clock
past
specifically.
weekend, and after the first, couple of worship songs, and then Dan comes up, does an announcement. There's a video there about Operation Christmas Child, and then Ben comes up after that, and then you'll see like firsthand.
Yep. Watch all the way from Dan talking about Christmas Child to Ben, kind of the first few minutes of the sermon.
Yep.
Yeah. It's powerful.
Cool.
What else going on?
I don't know. There's other stuff.
We're
News
actually
and events page on the website. By the way, the website sometime in the coming days or weeks we'll have a new look kind of refreshed and updated a little bit. So look for
Okay.
that.
Ooh.
But the news and events
Kind of
page,
facelift.
yeah, and hopefully we'll work and look a little bit better on mobile also.
Okay.
So looking forward to that.
I don't know. I don't seem to have any problems on mobile. Do you?
I don't have a problem. It's just like some of the images and stuff, they're hard to get to work right, and sometimes they look kind of off-centered or I don't know.
Never noticed that.
Yeah, for some people.
All right. Any chance we see an app? Sorry. In the next
There's
millennial?
a chance. There's a chance.
Millennium? Millennium?
There's
Millennium.
a chance. We're working
Millennial
on
is
it.
a person.
Working on it, Andy.
Working on it. All right.
Yeah.
We actually are probably going to be pretty smooth sailing for the next few weeks. With other than trunk or treat, there's no major events, I don't think. We'll start up Wednesday nights with the kids again next Wednesday, and that'll go all the way through till the week of Thanksgiving, which both the youth and the kids will have a break.
Check something.
Couple weeks in December, and then they have break for Christmas. It's the painter. Oh, he is going to go see if his kid's here. You can always check the news and events page on the website. And I'm going to go there right now to see if I can share some of the stuff that's on there. This is great podcasting. Cross right now is looking for peanut butter and jelly. Ash, you like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? Here, how about a microphone? You want
Grab
a
a
mic? You
mic.
wanna sit? Have a seat.
Have a
Sit
seat.
down there so we can see you.
We got about
Get
3
this box
minutes.
away. Yeah. How are
3
you?
minutes.
Good.
Good. How was your day at school?
I didn't have school.
Oh, that's right.
You got dog hair right here. You were playing with the dog.
What did you do on your day off?
What'd you do this morning?
We went to like a obstacle course place for like 2 hours, and then we ate lunch at Wendy's.
What'd you have?
Um,
I'm gonna guess you didn't have a burger.
I had
No.
chicken and a Sprite.
Chicken
Chicken
and
and
a
a
Sprite.
Sprite?
Any fries?
Yes.
Yeah,
of
the
course.
fries are good.
Yeah.
You can't eat fast food without fries
I did
Fact.
today.
because they're fried.
I had Freddy's, and I had
Ooh.
a chicken sandwich and cheese curds.
Yeah, their cheese curds are good at Freddy's.
Yeah. I mean,
Cheese curds are
I hate to
fine.
prove your theory wrong.
He can't eat fast food without fries. That's what he meant.
Yeah. And
I
then,
like the fries
and
at
then,
Freddy's though too.
and then what did you do?
Sat on the couch at home.
Just sat there.
This. He's like this.
Just sat there and
Then I did this.
cool. Rate your day on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being the best
So far.
so far. Yeah, you still got a lot
So
of
far,
time.
probably like a 9.
A 9.
Ooh, nice.
Wow.
So that was fun this morning, huh? Cool.
Yeah, awesome.
It was a parkour class.
Oh, parkour. Not
parkour.
even just like
It wasn't just like go and play. It was at Ninjas United in Osseo,
like
Maple
American
Grove,
Ninja
down
thing?
there. Yeah, but they had a parkour class, so him and Ash
Nice, I
or
didn't-
him and Evan got to go do
I
that.
didn't know parkour was still a thing.
Oh yeah, it's a thing. It's a thing. You just go and
Have you ever done parkour?
jump off of things and
And jump
Sure.
onto things.
on. Yeah,
Off things and back
Yeah.
onto things.
I saw it on The Office once.
Um,
You just yell parkour when you do it, right?
to yell it.
Did you do that at all? Did you like spring yourself up off of something and say parkour?
No.
No? Ugh,
And then
you lost a
Evan
great.
traditionally has to find that one kid that is 5 years younger than him that he has to
Help
say
out
like, oh,
and-
he was being mean to me first.
Oh well,
What is the origin of that word, you think?
I don't know.
Parkour.
Has something to do. It's probably French.
That sounds right. Actually, the only movie that I've watched that is like based on parkour is created by a guy named David Bell, who stars in that movie, and he's the one who invented parkour.
Really?
Yeah. Parkour type of movement established by David Bell in France in 1988.
I'll tell you, he may have invented parkour, but Jason Bourne perfected parkour and going across rooftops and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. But
Jumping over
the
things.
the parkour that he does, and I think it's block '88 or whatever the movie is. It's all in French, so it doesn't even matter what.
Yeah, I'll never watch
But
it.
the action, oh no, you should. No. Someday, it's amazing. Anyway, what? Anything else you want to share today before you go get on your little video conference thing? No.
Hey,
What-
Ash. Oh, go ahead.
What I was going to ask you, what are you most in the next month or two? What are you most excited for? What are you looking forward to the most?
Probably Halloween.
Halloween.
Yeah.
You gonna dress up for Halloween?
Yeah.
As what? Or is it a surprise? It can be a surprise.
It's a surprise.
It's a surprise.
I was going to ask, what's your favorite Halloween candy? Cause
Yes, we have a poll going.
All the way Almond Joy.
Almond
That's
Joy.
right. Yeah, this kid loves
All
Almond
the way
Joy,
Almond
like
Joy.
coconut.
Coconut?
Yeah.
Why do I like?
Why do you like coconut?
He likes.
I like
stuff-
anything that a normal kid doesn't
It's like
for some reason.
soggy, shredded cardboard.
that tastes like suntan lotion.
I'm
He's
just
got
getting-
an old man flavor profile with sweets. He likes coconut. He likes
he called you
lemon
an old man.
things. Well, I say that because he likes a lot of the same type of flavors that my dad likes. That's like lemon meringue pie instead of like chocolate cream, or like key lime, or
I don't like chocolate.
You don't like chocolate?
No.
yeah.
I'll have
he would
like a-
go.
You're probably the only child in America that doesn't like chocolate.
I'll have like a chocolate chip cookie or something like
Okay.
that.
Just
but
like little bits of
I
it.
don't like pure chocolate ice cream or cake or something
Yeah.
like that.
He'll take it if it's in something.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So Halloween surprise. Are you guys gonna be at the trunk or treat?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So you got to come to the trunk or treat in order to see what Asher is for Halloween.
If you could figure it out. If you could figure out it's him,
Ooh,
dude.
is that a spoiler?
Speaking of Halloween, dude, I haven't even shown you yet. I don't think. If you saw it, I'll show you. I'll have to show you after. I don't have permission to post it yet. That's the thing. But my brother-in-law Hugo, Uncle Hugo, did you see the jack-o'-lantern he did? Holy cow, man! Like
Well, he's
he
like
works
an
in a big.
artist.
He's a really
I'm excited
talented
to
guy.
see
yeah, I've seen.
Like he works in this big high-rise office building in LA, and the building has like a contest every year for each company can do like enter a jack-o'-lantern. And my sister was saying he always has the best one, but the company with the most employees always wins because they just vote for their own. Because I don't know what they get. Yeah, it's lame, but it's crazy, man. I'll have to show you guys because my sister hasn't posted it, so I don't know
Sure.
if they did the contest yet or not. But anyway, we gotta get. But you
They got to get going.
Doctor appointment.
Just don't forget, there's a middle school retreat coming up at the end of October.
Yep, he will be
And
there.
then- you're going to be there? Nice. Nice. And then there's a high school retreat November 12th and 13th. Does cost money. Get signed up. We hope to see you this weekend. Tell everybody to have a great rest of the week.